What up? Check, 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 check.
What is up, guys?
Going on, everybody?
The
How's everybody
Dubcast.
doing tonight? The Dubcast.
Man,
It's been a day, man. Oh, I almost saw the market crash today. Did you not?
yeah, that was scaring me a little bit. I was scared on that one because we're expecting.
Yeah, a lot of volatility. A lot of volatility right now. Whole, a whole lot of gap to be filled.
What
If you
is up,
ask me.
guys?
Going on, everybody?
The
How's everybody
Dubcast.
doing tonight? The Dubcast.
Man, are you listening to it?
What's you, Chief?
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, today has been a little bit stressful. I'm not.
Just a little bit stressful.
But I mean, we pulled out on top. I mean, dude, we made that pulled a couple easy plays out. Easy plays.
Easy plays. Big money plays. But to get into it, man, we got to start off with the server news, of course, as usual. Got to let everybody know.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. So first things first, we got we started a new challenge within the server. It's an invite challenge. This is just a simple way to help bring growth into the server within the community and get everybody eating, just like we said. So basically, the challenge is first of all, it's gonna last all month. Basically, the challenge is you start an invite that expires never. So you got to go into the invite settings, change it to never. I've mentioned that a couple times. Got to do that. And then when you reach 20 people join from your invite, you will receive premium for free, pretty much. I mean, you have access to our learning section, which gives you pretty much everything you would ever need to know for day trading. We're gonna add short-term trading. There's long-term trading in there. We're gonna add like having short positions, like learning how to short a stock. We'll get that added in there. There's short position or there's short-term plays in there.
Get the swing.
Yeah, we're gonna get the swing down in there so you guys can learn some more about that. But right now there's long-term in there, and there's the patterns and fundamentals that you guys need, and the technical analysis terms that you guys will need to know as well.
And
Just getting started.
option and the trading
Yep, and
tips.
the options and trading tips as well. And then you also have access to the hashtag watch list where we put out literally every play we're in. We just constantly update you of where we're gonna buy, where we're gonna sell, and then you do it with us. You make money with us. It's pretty simple. Nothing nothing extraordinary there except for the fact that we made 210% profit this week already off the alert. So I mean, get with the program, everybody. Get with the program.
Come on, get with the program.
Or
We're released.
201, my fault. 201. Still crazy. But now I want to go over, or Will, you got anything to add to that before we go over these crazy call outs?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. First, I just wanna let you all know. The stocks that we're putting in there, we're personally gonna get in. So don't feel like we're just gonna be bullshitting you. Like any of those stocks that we tell you, at least one of us is in it, and one of us is playing, and we're waiting for the right time. Immediately tell
Yes, sir.
And I mean,
It ain't no
that's how
fraudulent bullshit. You're guaranteed your money back.
you're
You're guaranteed
guaranteed
to make your money back.
you're guaranteed you're not. I mean, it tells you all the trading tips. You got the member trades. We got the crypto chat going. I mean, we're gonna get Dogecoin going up in there. We're gonna look at some of those other cryptocurrencies. That I found out are 100% plus. Now, I mean, I don't really trust them too much, but I mean, I'm gonna do some more research. Crypto chat. We have the off-topic chat. Which sector be the next big thing? which renewable energy will be the best, and that'll give you a better insight on what the whole market is thinking, and logically thinking people for people that are willing to spend money. Like, I mean, I would be fully willing the money to get our trade. What you're about to see are
Off
literally
the
off
motherfucking charts.
literally off the. Let's get into the plays now. Let's let
All
them see
right,
these plays now.
let's start with Zom. So Zomedica. We alerted this one. Let's see what the date on this is. January or February 2nd. We alerted this February 2nd at 99 cents. So we can go all the way back to right here before it went up. Right here before it went up is when we sent in the alert during after hours for the next day. You can see if you got in during after hours or anywhere within that time frame that the alert was set off. You would have immediately been in the green, pretty much immediately. And this is just recognizable by just the simple fact that this consolidation right here was just due to a run. Like I mentioned that in the call. Let's see what I called it out and said. I said after several days of consolidating the stock and this stock is now one our team is willing to get into. There has been a lot of attention on this stock, high volume and decent volatility. Just fell below MA20 and rising above VWAP. Uh, buy in below 99, or buy in 99 cents and below. Sell after 2 weeks or 20 to 50% run up. This ended up running up 100% plus, so at 99 cents, and then it ran all the way. I think it was $2 when we got out. So this was the first time it saw $2 right around here, midday on February 8th. So it was a total of 6 days that you held this stock. So within 6 days, you made 100% off one of our callouts. So that's one check mark. That's 100%. Okay, and we alerted that at a sell at $2. We alerted at 2.8. Or no, actually, I believe we got out. We actually got out at 2.5. So I'm pretty sure we got out at after hours and 2.5. Yep. So after hours and 2.5 is when I alerted that and we got out. And that's a 100% call out right there. And then UAVS was the other one. This one right here we alerted at 11:50 on. This was a day trade right here. It was meant to be a swing, but it actually picked up volatility a lot. It saw the three candles. Let's see if I can get right here. This was alerted yesterday, 2.9 at let's see. Or no, it was alerted, yeah, at 11:50. So right around here is when this was alerted, right around this nice consolidation period. You see this big giant candle, another giant candle, a couple small red candles, but other than that, it was just giant candles all the way through. Volume picked up right here. RSI was above 70 right here, above the normal indicator line, which means it's about to take the fuck off. You can see your candles down here, giant, giant. This one engulfed this one. It's 2 times as large as this one, indicating a uptrend in the price, and it's gonna uptrend pretty much for the rest of the day is what that means. And then these little small sell-off candles, not much. These little ones, and then 2 big ones, and you can see it's pretty much green for the rest of the day. Had a nice run. Everything else, 4 big ones right here, and then there was that. Let's see, where was that three? Here it is, right here. This one was small, but it started 1, 2, 3, and then it takes off. from there. Everything's a go. And then we said to sell this one at 14.50. This one actually went past all the way up to like 17.68, almost 17.70 was the top, which would have been 62% return on your investment had you got into that when we alerted it. Some people did, some people didn't. But that was a 62% return on your investment if you held after we alerted to sell. If you sold when we got told you to, it was a 38% return, but the majority of us sold when it was a 62% return. Another one, personal one for me. I've held this one for a while. I got you guys into it. My average is 14.4. Got you guys into it at 21.55 is when I alerted it, and I believe I alerted this about a week ago. Yep, 2-3. So on February 3rd, right here. Let's see. I said, been in this play for a while, got an average of 14.6. This being said, this play has seen lots of consolidation after a run up recently to 20 plus. We have a medium term hold on this for 2 to 4 weeks. Buy in 21.55 and below. Sell target is 30 plus. So right around here, this consolidation period around 20.50 would be the bottom, or 21.55 is close to the bottom. Is where I told you guys to buy in. Many of you saw that opportunity and took it. And see if you bought it from there, you would be consistently up the entire single time. With the engulfing green candles taking off, you can see them right here, some red ones in here, then right here, this entire green section right here after I told you guys to buy led to this uptrend, and it's been an uptrend ever since, other than the day when it saw that market crash that I told you guys about in the beginning. Up here, got up to 21.60, not a big deal. We didn't sell. I told you guys to sell just because we were at a 100% profit on my portfolio, and that's when I planned on getting out. But I actually had a $30 sell target on this for a limit sell order, and it didn't go through. I wasn't salty about it. It'll see it within a couple of days. So if you're still holding on to this, expect that $30 to come through or by the end, because that's going to be happening. And there's also a lot of people who took profits within this area. As you can see, this kind of all fell within the market dip. All these big red candles right here, or all these big red Oh yeah, all these big red candles right here to sell off, and then you see this big green one when the rebound starts, and it just consolidates all the way through. So this is where a lot of people are going to start buying in and win their profits with that sell off. I told you guys a lot of people earlier when I previously announced it, like maybe 2-3 podcasts back. I told you guys that there was a lot of people who had this at around the $14-15 range, and that we're going to look for taking profits around $29.50 to $30, and that's exactly what they did. So here you have that, and then this is just going to ride back up once people get back in, which they will. They'll see this bottom, this nice double bottom right here, 26.29. There's also a bunch of people who bought in right here, as you can tell, and expect a nice uptrend for the rest of the week. And that being said, that was for the 21.55. If you took profit today, you would have seen 40% profit, or 39% profit to be exact, rounded up 40%, leading you for a total profit in 3 days from our call out to 201% this week so far, and it's only Wednesday. Yes, sir, my guy. Will, you got anything to add to that?
I put it in our general chat a couple days ago. TNX, SNR, TNRQ, XP. I've had TNXP in my portfolio for a little bit, but I alerted it at 1 point. 1.35. I said that drop and it was going to station drop. We got the drop at about 05, 9:30 open 2 or 5 days ago. So if you got in it there, be a little bit down for a little bit. Today you would have been down But then today, it ripped all the way up to 2.04, like it always does. As it always does. Same exact structure run. Knew this was going to be a quick one. Had very high volatilities, or very high phonics. They're pharmaceutical disorders, central nervous system, fibromyalgia, post-traumatic stress disorder. Is focused on developing products on candidates. One product candidate in clinical development for registered 1 rated tablet, military related. And at a conference today, so we already knew it was done. Conference was week, ran, and
Yes, sir. We got a question from Red Ash Gaming. Got any long-term stock picks? Hey, Red Ash Gaming, we're gonna after Will goes ahead and tells us about the picks that he played out and introduced to the server. We'll go ahead and give you some long-term plays that we're in.
some long terms.
Well, hang on. Finish your calls or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And we'll just get them in.
one of my calls, SNDL. I called it a couple weeks ago. You already know it freaking finally ran today. It's sitting at 3.520. If I do remember, I called it at about 1.3 like last week on the last podcast. So I mean, you had multiple times to get out of this stock. I mean, it's just pretty much ran the whole last couple of weeks. It did have a little bit. It was down for like a day maybe, but and then I mean I got in that today. I'm already up 53% on that. And then VFF is one of my new calls. VFF, I think once it passes 20, maybe even once it gets up to 25 and it makes another drop, I'd get in at maybe about 22. I think it can go all the way up to about 25, 26. It's a longer term, it's a weed stock, so we don't necessarily know exactly when it's going to get up to those numbers. But I played this one since, known about it since about 5. I played it from about 2.2, 5.5. And another friend I got him into it. He had 5.5 and sold at about 12. Very happy returns, and this is in about a
Also
year's
got
term.
into that one around $7 and sold it around 15. So
Yeah,
that was
and
a
I
nice
also got
double up
Troy
as
in
well.
it, and he sold it. So, I mean, this one is a really good growth stock to be in short term. One of our stocks, Soul, getting near to that buying point. What are you thinking, dude? Solar? I love the idea of solar. I think it's going to be one of the biggest things market. Because look, here's the thing: either going to be nuclear, solar. So I think we should have money in both sectors.
It's going to be more towards solar.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more towards solar, but dude, you gotta keep your mind forward at nuclear because nuclear power is so powerful, so efficient.
It's powerful, yes, but it can't be used through like the real estate kind of side of things. Like you would have to be like a certain kind of company to have access to being able to use nuclear grade technologies.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like it wouldn't be like a residential thing. Because I mean, look, when you get solar
But with
panels,
solar panels, you can explore a lot more with solar panels. You can add solar panels to a roof of a car. You can add solar panels to a roof of a house. You can have an entire field of solar panels powering an entire city. There's many more things you can do with solar panels. You can't have a nuclear power plant powering an entire city because when that thing explodes up or it blows up, so does that entire city. That everybody dies. There's a lot more risk within that. So I mean, yes, it could have a spike, but the chances of it having a spike and being as beneficial as compared to solar are is pretty short to none.
yeah, yeah. But people don't want to pay that money, dude. Look, people are broke. Here's the thing: you can get nuclear. They can pay one person to make nuclear power a whole state instead of having every single person buy solar panels. First off, break. They're very expensive. You have to have a battery inside your house if you want to use it at night. I mean, dude, nuclear is all of those problems. You don't have to have solar panels and it can power a whole half of the. And I mean, dude, once they get into fusion reaction, dude, fusion reactions like fission reaction. Pretty sure it's where they pull an atom apart. But
Hmm.
fusion is where they slam atoms together
Right, in a particle accelerator.
in a particle. And I mean, I think that is,
But that could also what be explodes the entire power plant because that happens using particle accelerators and slamming molecules and shit together. Happens all the time.
yeah. I
That's what
mean,
I'm saying. There's that risk factor. I mean, it's definitely a possibility, but it's that risk factor that several states have just avoided for that reason.
yeah. But I mean, we did. We called Seoul at 3.2 of the buy 22.
22.3, I think was.
0.3, sitting at 24.4 after hours at 24.75. So, all right, no,
Yeah,
another big
23.2.
what?
Sell at $30. 23.2, sell at $30.
Yeah, so 20. And then, yep, sell at $30. You already know this one's already making its way up there. Already bought it, and you haven't gotten in it, and then it may be a good time to get in our Discord so you can figure out how to really play this, and we can update. If anyone in our Discord right now that's watching this, ask us, and we can update the plays. If you updated, get in the plays and buying. And we always talk in the chat and give new buy. Oh, out.
In fact, we're always watching the market. So if you don't, if necessary per se, like say stock took off from where we alerted it, and you don't know where to buy it, I mean, go ahead and ask me. I can tell you, you need to wait a little bit. It's taken off. There's a lot of high volatility right now. Volume's picked up. It's gonna continue to run. You missed your chance. Wait for the dip. I can tell you that, or I can tell you, or you yourself can decide. Hey, this is he just said it's gonna continue to run. I need to get in now. I mean, that's a risk if you're willing to take, go ahead, but you have to have a big enough bag to throw at that kind of thing. If it's going to run and continue to run, you don't want to just hop in case it does fall. You want to have a big enough bags to take whatever you can out of the profit when it continues to run, sell at the top, and then let it fall. So you have to kind of know where you stand within those two playing fields.
Yeah, you definitely need to know. Definitely need to be definitely need to be aware of what's going on, because here's the thing: if you just know, like, if someone else knows what's already going on in the stock, that can help you out so much compared to you going into it completely blind, not knowing what's going on in the stock, and not knowing any of the catalysts, not knowing any of the news, and you get burned everything.
every single time. And we
Because
only
I
know
mean,
this because that was us. That was
yeah,
us at one point. We
we
were those
played it.
people.
We played it before. I know that people are out waiting for you to make the stupid move that you're about to make. Boom! Once you buy it, thanks. If you don't have people telling you the news, you don't know what's making the stock move, gonna buy in. You're gonna be getting the high movers. You're not just gonna be getting a stock that's tumbling. You don't know why it's tumbling. You're only gonna be able to get the stocks that are running, and when it's running, or you're already out.
All right. You don't want to miss the boat, so be there.
All right.
Now you want to give him this long-term plays real quick, because I know he was uh Red Ash game. He was talking about it. So for my long-term plays in my portfolio, my longest ones at least. So I'm looking at Golden Nugget online gaming, which I know a lot of people or everybody was pretty much expecting to run during the Super Bowl. Not sure why I didn't. I'm assuming just because the amount of people that were in it kind of didn't leave it, but they kind of just left it stay stagnant and went to other stocks that were having high volatility. There was a lot of people in within the comments of Weeble, and there was also a lot of people in like the YouTube section of where other YouTubers are also hyping up this stock. There was a lot of people saying that there was a lot of people taking their money to other stocks at the moment to kind of let this one chill out and to come back to it when everything kind of gets to where it is. So, I mean, right now, let me just get it pulled up. Yep. So we alerted this one. We've alerted this one a couple times to get on the watch list. Let's see. Right here. So the last time we played or called this one out on the watch was this 2-8. So February 8th, we alerted it at, let's see, the support was at 1837. So it currently is broken through support after today's major sell off throughout the entire market. This exact pattern right here is pretty much seen on every single stock that you're going to see today and any stock you click on. Uh, so I had to buy it around 820 or 1840 and below. You can see it's had some resistance around there too. So that's a new resistance. So I mean, I'll probably send out a new alert sometime soon. This one's just consolidating right now. Nice bottom and support around here at
Oh
1812,
man,
1810 area.
you have to give me back the mic in a second. Vista outdoor, man.
Yeah. All right, give me a
Talking.
second. Let me finish this. This one right here. This one's a really good one. So this one has to do with Golden Nugget is basically a DraftKings Part Two kind of thing. So they have a betting service. It's an app that you can download on the App Store, or will be on the App Store shortly. It's a betting service that you can basically download just like DraftKings. You can like bet on the scores of where you think something's gonna go. They actually do it for the UFC, the NHL, the NBA, the NFL. I believe they're doing it for like the women's teams as well. And I forget if they have like international things going on. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe they're looking at adding that into there as well. So you'll be able to like bet on teams from like China and Brazil, all that crazy shit like soccer. That'll all be on there. And basically how that works, you just bet on the score of where you think it's going to be. So for like the NFL, they did it for the fourth quarter. So what do you think the score was going to be by the end of the fourth quarter? Place your bet as much money as you're willing to spend on it. And if you did win or if you won or whatever, you make blah blah blah. It's basically like a gambling kind of thing. Same thing as DraftKings. Same idea. And we all see what DraftKings did. They actually had a commercial throughout the Super Bowl that a lot of people noticed and took hint of. So I mean, the idea behind this is perfect. The fundamentals of this company also really well. They're not in any debt. If they are in debt, it's very little. I forget which one it is, but nothing to worry about there. Their game plan is solid game plan. Their earnings reports have been pretty damn good. They've constantly set new highs within this stock. So back at the daily right here, you can see 27.18 right all the way back at, let's see, December. I've been in a little bit of a downtrend since then. This is pretty typical. I mean, you can see the kind of run it had since like, see when did it start running? All the way early November, kind of first, second week of November, and then end of December it had its nice peak. So that's a good whole month and a half right there of just straight running. And now I'm expecting it to get down around maybe even right here. This consolidation period might start bounce around within here at 17, like 50 and like $18, 18.50 is like the consolidation point. The two prices is going to bounce around and then they're going to go back up. I got a $65 PT on this, so I mean you can wait for another dip if it happens. I can't promise you that it will. You can look for that. You can set a limit order on this at like 17. See what the low is for the day. 1788. So I mean you can set a limit order on this at like 1780, 17 or 1785, 1790, be down here at the bottom and pretty consistent or see pretty consistent green all the time and constantly be up in this stock. That's just the perk of buying the bottom and have somebody tell you where it is. I mean you can identify this yourself, but if you don't know how to, that's where it is and that's how you do it. Just look at that last candle, find resistance, look at the other candles, or you can also do it on the line or the or not the resistance support, my fault. You can see right here. Nope, just kidding. Oh, here we go. Right down here at 1812. These little couple candles right here where it had a little small dip. 1812. That's where it's finding the most support. So you can try and get a little bit below that if it wants to break support. I can't promise you that it will. You can set a limit order. You can set several limit buy orders for like 5 cents in between for like 1815, like 1810, like 18.5. You consistently average. If it does drop down, you can just do like 5 shares each of those and then consistently build out your portfolio, lowering your average and your cost basis. It's kind of what I do. But yeah, that's another good one for long term. And then another good one is going to be, let's see what I like, see what I like. APXT.
Oh yeah.
But this one, Will, you said you wanted to start swinging this one?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna start swinging. Get that one up on the board. Scroll out onto. I can see it.
Be the swing
Perfect.
guy. So
Swing.
literally, this is the swing. You see the consistent momentum. Right up here is where you would buy down here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, do it again and again and again and again. That's swing trading all the way up until it just consistently gets to where you want it. What I'm telling you could do for a long term, if you wanted, you can swing trade with us by getting into the chat and getting us or getting the premium that we offer
Not
and
having to
getting
wait.
alerted with everything.
Not
Not
having
having
your
to
money
wait.
stuck in there.
Right, you don't have that happen, but if you want to have that happen for a long term hold, you can get in.
Tag
Let's see
holder.
let's see where that resistance is. Mhm.
Man, how many of you? How many of you?
Got pretty good support around 1480, 1485. You could look for an entry point around there. It's currently sitting around 1490, 1492 ish. Not bad, but I mean, you could also get it lower. Like I said, 1480 is the absolute bottom. I said it has support, or 1470 was the absolute bottom after even after hours on the dip today. Or no, my fault. That was the dip today. The low was 1470. Currently has support on 1480. You could try and get it around 1470-ish, but I can't promise you it's going to see that again. That dip kind of just happened because of volatility. Oh, you can try that. 1475 set a limit order, and this one I'm swinging. This one I'll sell again at 20, and then I'll let it fall back down again. And I'll swing this one. I'll swing this one, but as a long term, this one's going to at least 45.50 long term. I mean, I just know this play. I've been in this play for a while. I feel confident that it's going there. I know it's going there. I know the value of the company and the merger that's coming through will show the true value, and it'll blow up then. Watch it. All right, Will, and then you can go ahead and talk about your Vista Outdoors now.
Yeah, man, it's Vista Outdoors, man. All this shit. And I don't know how to turn off that annoying app. So I played Vista Outdoor last year. Like I said before, played it at the 8.7 or 8.55, and then all the way up to that 22. I think I actually got out maybe at that 20. I was at 20. Then I let it drop because look, dang, this stock didn't really do much at all between the time when I sold it. It was sitting at 22. Then it drops back down to 18.73. Could have been like, oh shit, a lot of money, but no, it wasn't gonna do nothing for this year. I mean, it did a little bit. So I mean, if you bought at 18.68 and it ran all the way up to 23.44, but then it had a sharp drop all the way back down to 19.24. Then it ran all the way up to 25, and ran up to that 25. That's when I knew. When I knew that we're golden. Just at the start of this next year, because you look at the start of this year, a little bit after actually. But this is when gun sales were up. This is when the pandemic all started. Gun sales were up a lot, 1,000% in January of 2021. So I knew that this stock was gonna be booming. I knew they were gonna have a lot of gun sales, and I knew the earnings report was just gonna be golden. About time. All the earnings reports before had been good. I don't know why the stock hadn't taken off before, but you have to just watch those stocks because you got to be waiting for them to take off because you know what they're gonna do. You just wait until catalyst comes out, and the stock is in need, demand high, stock, and it's gonna run. So that's exactly what I did. Got in it right before earnings report. Got in about 28, and we just finally had our run up to 34. Put on
You're what?
no, but we got in at 28 point. Called it at about 28.8. You could get in at 28.8, 28.5. That's where I bought it at, about 127. So a couple 13 days ago, and we had a price target of about 35 a and weighed at 36.49, and I sold at 36.04 for a profit of $101. And I mean, I plan my plays out to be $100 plays. Talk about that all the time. I talk about it all the time. $100 plays. That's how I have just accumulated so much money, and this is going to be a rinse and repeat. Biden being in office, the gun sales are going to be more. Trying to ban the guns, gun sales are just skyrocket. Nobody's giving up a gun. That's when we're going to be there for that $55 to $65 run. You know.
Yes, sir, my guy.
Another one to watch for though is Btbt. You know, this one has been having a lot of volatility. I talked about this. I've been talking about this a lot. Actually, pretty sure I've called it in a million. But Btbt is one to look at. Bitcoin mining company out of New York. And as you guys know, oh my gosh, we also talked about Bitcoin the other day, didn't we? Called that Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, we did. We told people Bitcoin was gonna run past the 45. If it broke 45, it was going places. And then that market crash happened.
Oh, well, I mean, no matter, dude. We called it like what 30. It was at
36.
called it at 36.
36
I told
4.
y'all could get it in at 36 was gonna take a run because I mean the dollar was being devaluated. We knew this happened a couple of days, literally. Back on the podcast, watch back on any podcast if you don't believe us. Find all of our calls on them for what they are. Percent call, Bitcoin, 100% call on Bitcoin. We called that 17 all the way up to 30,000 or 35,000, whatever. And now it's in the two, and now it's at the 44,000, which was a couple weeks ago. So, and I mean, Doge, what did Doge do? Didn't we call Doge a couple days?
I mean, we didn't like call it, but like we just told people that there's gonna be a good amount of volatility within it because Elon Musk had purchased some for his son, and he had put that out on Twitter. And then I also had mentioned that I mean, as long as Elon Musk is continuously pumping that stock, I mean, if he's gonna sit there and play with it, the public might as well join in with him. Like, there's no point in him making money alone, and he knows that. That's why he's letting people know that he's doing it. So I mean, if he's gonna buy it, you might as well go fucking put on his Twitter alerts, get a nice ping whenever he posts something about Dogecoin, and buy in there with him because there's no point in missing that run. Like, that's easy money right there that can easily be swung every single time. You're not gonna get a pattern day traded flag because it's cryptocurrency. You can do it as many times a day as you want. Buy the dip, swing it up, buy the dip, swing it up. It's too easy not to do. Should not be missing that.
Well, crypto, it kind of like needs like a settling time, and then like once it finally settles, then it gives you your profit loss. But your profit loss is already made because the brokerage already took it out. So day trading crypto, I realized, almost impossible. I mean, unless you Elon Musk being on it. I mean, because look, like if I bought like it would automatically put me 2%.
Is there a reason for that?
Brokerage. I mean, I'm
No.
pretty sure it makes sure that you can't day trade it. And like after you buy it, it doesn't actually like allow. At least on Voyager, Weeble may be better, but I mean, as far as Dogecoin and like the super volatile ups and downs, it'll get you in a position, and then it'll settle for like. Then you'll finally see profit.
Right. Risky. Then
But
again, and like I said, if Elon Musk is hyping that shit up consistently, you might as well just drop a bag, let it sit, come back another a day or two, and see where it's at.
well, gotta get in at the bottom at 8.5. You need to be down 6 5 that you can really get a good base because even at a it's uh, first time I got in Doge at like point like it was like less than and I bought 9,000. Then like the next time I bought some more and I got like 28,000 for like nothing, no money, and that's why I was able to price to get. Then you got to get in real low. You cannot get in at 7 point. I mean, unless it's gonna run like 18. But I don't believe. I mean, I'm not gonna say it could definitely run, but it's gonna be really hard, and gonna have multiple scenarios for it to make. Like first off, Bitcoin's gonna have to be running, Ethereum's gonna have to be, all crypto's gonna, and not all, only is all crypto gonna have. Elon's gonna have to be hyping it. Morgan's gonna have to be hyping it. Then, but I mean, other than that, it's probably gonna be running to like the. And you can be. I mean,
Got
like
it.
XRP, XRP, Ethereum, Ethereum's pretty good actually. I got in some form for me, put in some, or maybe uh, I mean, I kind of move my my crypto bag around off all my profit. So I'm trying to dip it in different places. You know, because I mean, dude, crypto run have to go and then get out. You have to sit there. You have to stay resting out. If you put much money in, this is like how many stock? How many? 300.
Yeah.
Don't think of time. You can do anything. But
Right.
I mean, I think for gave him our Our
So we got another introduced for the rest of the remainder of the week.
Chris, Chris in there. Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, my guy. We good? All right, Chief. This one right here, Curious Chris, CRIS is the ticker symbol. It's been consolidating for the past 2 days. You can see that this market open, several bounces between top and bottom right here, just bouncing between. Had a nice little run in the after hours. Didn't really mean much considering the market had its nice little toll this morning, and then it came back and bounced in between these two numbers or these two price points right here. We can go ahead and look at the 1 hour and see it just came back from a nice run all the way up to 1350-ish after being all the way down to like $7 less than a month ago down here. So I mean, it's having a nice cool off period. Got down to 893, came back up, shot all the way up to 11. Now it's in the consolidation phase. Consolidation phase. Yes, sir. For the next for the past 2 days, some balance in between these two price points of about, let's see, nine almost $10 and right around 950, 960-ish. And then and after hours it had that bounce and was taken all away. So I mean, this right here would be the perfect buying opportunity to get in. As well as there's also a lot of YouTube hype going around behind it. And not to mention they're a biotechnology company that are currently developing drug candidates for the cancers that just like pretty much all kinds of cancers. What it does, it's a oral molecule, so basically a pill that fights and blocks the pathways for the cancer proteins that travel to like the cancer cell, feeding and making it grow. So basically, what it does is it cuts or takes that protein from wherever it's being sent or wherever it's being received from. I don't know like the science behind it, but I know that it's taking it and it's like meeting it wherever in the pathway it finds it, and it's just blocking. It's completely blocking that protein from going any further, which is stopping the cancer cells from growing and stopping any progress that the cancer is making, which is a huge thing for cancer. You can if you can stop the growth of a cancer cell, you can potentially start with something like chemo and then shrink those cancer cells and completely manipulate the cancer overall and get rid of it. Something like that opens up different pathways to things like that. So this play definitely has growth opportunity. The potential behind it is definitely there, as it did just have a run. It's in its consolidation phase. This is about $2 above where it had its or from where it ran from the last time about a month ago, like I previously mentioned. So this right here is a perfect buy opportunity. I'd buy this around 975, maybe 970-ish. And then short-term gold or short-term hold would be $15. Long-term is 2025 plus. And I mean, that's that. That's all I got for it. I just want people in there because I'm gonna be in there with them. Yes, sir, my guy.
All right.
And then we can wrap it up with the server news one last time.
Sure, let's get that server news.
I actually forgot to say it in the beginning. So the AI that we have is up and running. The one that we built or whatever that we announced in the server that we are going to be getting and edited and fixed up and running this week. The call UAVS actually came from that bot, and that was again a 62% return, or not from that bot, that AI, and that was a 62% return if you were there, if you got in it. That came from the AI, so that just gives you kind of a like a perspective of what the AI does, what it's
That was
capable
an
of, and how.
easy play, man. Got the that out around.
Right. And I mean, that just kind of gives you a good idea of how we program the AI, what it does, and what it's meant for. Literally, it screens through every single stock within the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and the Dow, and it scans through, looks for the patterns, the ascending triangles, cup handles, bull flags, bear flag, everything. It looks for any kind of pattern you can even think of, and it's there monitoring it the whole time, looking for the uptrend, looking for the downtrend, constantly giving us signals, constantly giving us alerts of what to be in, what to be out of. I mean, you get like 10, 20 of them a day. So I mean, we can get those out to you guys, but we're only going to get them out to you when we're willing to get into them ourselves. Just keep that in mind. We can send you all the alerts that we're getting, but we can't promise you they're gonna that we're gonna get them with you to give you the advice that you're looking for after we send them out. So we're only gonna send out the ones that we are confident in ourselves, the ones that we're looking in to get in ourselves, the one that we're taking the time out to watch ourselves, and the ones that we are confident in putting other people in as well. So keep that in mind. And that's all I got.
All right. Yeah, let's wrap it up. I have a podcast on the
Bell notifications, subscribe, like, do all that. Links in description. Same with the we actually own a dub or not a dub coffee. We own a coffee company, a roasting company that'll be starting soon, and then within we're gonna say within a year and a half, we want to have that IPO'd and out in the stock market, ready for investors to invest in. Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna have
if you're in our Discord, got about the big mining opportunities in the next, and also our Discord is not all premium. Everything that you need, education, testing with us, events, 1000% calls, 100% calls. Hey, you can long term. The long term within plan for the next month, next long, and those long. You can also be planning the short term, calling out every single day. Profit month, boom, you have your money. Buy another next month because it's gonna.
and again the subscription is literally only $10. It's pocket change. If you're worried about $10, then honestly you should probably get up your money before you even look at investing at all.
Have them analyzed for you. You don't have to buy cost news outlet avenue. Week I'm up $415 a week, so me that's a full paycheck. Become a paycheck.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I believe that's a wrap.
Thank you.
All right. Peace, everybody.
Exclusive, profitable trading teams you can be a part of. Constantly analyzing, looking for entry points using algorithms only some know. Get in on the action. Secure your profits today. Do you want to make a financial change in your life? Join the winning team. Dub Investing. Dub Investing is one of the most exclusive, profitable trading teams you can be a part of. Constantly analyzing, looking for entry points.